Well, hi there from Cord Art. After putting out one of my posts onto line and receiving so much attention with regards to my monkey, here he is, multicoloured monkey, I was asked to make some tutorials. A lot of work went into this one, so I thought I'd split this up a little bit. A lot of people interested in how I did a multicoloured monkey's fist for its head, so I thought we'd start off there and perhaps see how it goes, but I might develop a second tutorial on next stage of making this monkey. But we're centre on the head on this tutorial. So we've got a little bit of an audience over there, don't mind that at all. So what do we need to make the monkey's head, the multicoloured one? 6 colours. You can see any colours. I've chose 6 here that I think go well in pairs, but it could be any sort of colour. You need a ball. I'm using a polystyrene ball, and as you can see it's got a loop on it. Well, we'll pluck that out because this is something that I bought at Christmas. It was quite cheap, a dozen or so for £1. So we'll pluck that out of there. We don't need that. We just need 1.5 inch ball. We're going to need some pins, probably about half a dozen. Sharp pair of scissors. These are really sharp. Just show you, I mean, I watch tutorials and people have problems in cutting bits and pieces off, but these go straight through, and it's essential that we have these scissors. Now, as for making this monkey's fist with a hard ball, I'm not so sure, because I have to play a few tricks here and there, and I rely on the softness of the ball. So, with all that said, I don't think I've left anything. Oh right, we're gonna need a couple of fids towards the end of making this. That will take 550. I've got my favourite fids, the same as everybody. I like that one, and I also like, where's it gone? Not that one so much. There he is. Nice. So I've got 2 fids there, and they're coming useful for the last passings. So with all that said, let's push on. Gonna need a jig. Possibly could do it on your fingers, but I like the jig. So we got it set up. You probably see that I've got lots more holes in it now. Lost count of where I really was, and I thought I'd just make it multi-holed, and then I can choose whichever holes I want to put it in. So I found some holes, and here we go. So we'll place those 4 just out the way for the moment. We'll grab hold of the first pairings, keeping them together, much similar to my last videos on how to make a monkey's fist, but we'll leave probably enough hanging over here to probably reach the other side, just in case we think, oh well, I could use those for something else. Now it's at this point people should really think, okay, we got 2 feet, but I want to make it into a key fob or something, so perhaps you need longer cords. But here we go. So we've started there, we're wrapped round once, keeping the colours in order. Bit of a fiddly bit coming up here in a minute. Now we need 3 passes of the doubles, because 1.5 inch it takes 6 cords to cover it. So you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to hold our place with that one. A lot of juggling of pins in this project. So we're going to keep the place there. Hopefully just donk there. So we got 3 that side. 3 lots of doubles that side, making 6, 3 that side, and then we'll come round and we want to finish about there. Now we've got nice tails coming off there. We're going to need them in a minute, but just for the moment, just make sure we got 6 on each side. 2, 4, 6. We won't need any more on this side. So we're going to stick a couple of pins, and this is where you need the soft ball inside in there. Stop them falling over. Now this is quite an easy project to make. It's just a hard project to show, especially when you're filming with something like I do. So you can see there that's a little bit of ball showing up above and below, not too much. The other colours will take care of that. So normally we'd take these two and go back from front to back through that way, but we won't do that. We'll grab hold of another couple of colours. Place them like see, that's awkward. Place them upwards like so and take them through to the back. Right, once we got them to the back like so, yeah, we're going to place 2 pins to stop them going anywhere. 1 and 2. Bring it up through the bottom, those 2, from back to front. Line them up next to each other, like so. Back through. That gives us 4 on this front. Well, it doesn't actually. It gives us 4 on top, but these 2 don't count, so we've only got 2 really on this side. So back through again. Over the top and back with the pair. Now as you can see on the top we have 2, 4, 6. That's good. On the back we have 6. So that will mean that when we come underneath here we have 6 on the base. Yeah. Now it looks as though we got 6 there, but it's just the way that I'll show again. It looks as though we have 8 there, but we don't. Once I release those pins, we've only got these 6 on this side here, because when I let those pins go, these 2 prongs these 2 ends will flop up in the air. Right, so once we know that we've got the 6 here, we'll restrain that down through to the ball. And again, on the red pin. So we've covered 2 sides now. Well, 4 sides really, top and bottom, and left and right. Now the next one, with this one, we would normally now go down and into there. Can't see. Into there. So we'd go round on a fid and down through that way. But we're going to leave them alone for the moment. We're going to grab hold of our next two colours. And I suppose we could fit the fids now, but won't do any harm. So one on pink. And yeah, that one to go. I've flattened the ends, to be quite honest, and that will become, rather than sort of diminish them so for a fid, I've flattened them, and that, the reason for that will become obvious in a minute. So I'll stick the purple on, hopefully, without having to replay with it. That's gone on. Right. So we're going to go, as I say, we would have normally gone these two down through there. So we're going to leave them there retained. We're going to go down with the pink. Take it to the back. Yeah. Go down with the purple next to the pink and take it to the back. Make sure the pink don't fall out. Keep it in place, and I think those two, pink and purple, deserve another couple of pins. One there. And one in the pink. Right, that's going to stop it from going anywhere. The only problem is now is we've got so many pins in the project, we're probably going to have to play around with them as we come through. As you can see, as I come underneath now the ball shape and look to going up, I've got two pins in the way. So what we're going to do there, well, they're definitely in the way. So let's take that round to the side, that green and black. Just restrain them there for a little while, just to get rid of these two pins which were holding them before. So we're going to come now up and back with the pink. Making sure we haven't got any twist in it. And then up next to the pink with the purple. Take that one back. Hoping I'm keeping in shot here. Right, so we now want to come over the top with the purple and the pink, like so. We're not too, it's restrained with these two pins at the moment. So let's take the pink down first. And that can go back. This is a bit of a cheat really, because it's a three colour monkey's fist with dual chords if you like, but the effect is good. I was watching a video on how to make a 3-coloured monkey's fist, and I thought, why isn't there any more colours involved? So I thought I'd have a play around, and this is what I've come up with. So we've gone down through with the purple and pink underneath the base, up at the back, follow those through again, pink first, I actually find this easier than doing a proper monkey's fist, because I lose sleep over some of the monkey's fists I make. I really like to get them as best as I can. Doesn't always turn out that way. So we've come up now, we've got 2 pink and purples going up that side, 2 pink and purples across the top. So we go down again, not both at the same time, Michael. Pink first, to the back. So we can get a little bit of that twist out. Yeah, it's gone. So we're getting somewhere close to having enough colours onto the ball now. So as you can see, disregarding those there, we've got two lots of 2 on the top. We're just going for our 3rd set of 2 at the base. So we need to come back up again. Pink first. Followed by the purple. As I say, it's going to be a bit awkward showing, but I think you'll get the gist of what's going on. So, what have we got here? We've got 6 across the top, although they don't seem to be, at this point, all that neat, but we've got 6 across the top. Now, it does look as though there is 6 going down this side, but I'm going to go forward and pass those. Well, we'll see. No, I think, yeah, we're going to restrain these 2. We're going to actually put them down through the black and green so that the end is restrained, even though that gives us more colours than what we actually want. But you'll see what happens in a second. Right, so we've now got to restrain the ends. It's like these 2 here. Now, the orange and the red and the yellow. Now if I take the pins out, they're going to fall out. So if I make enough room, take off the pink and the purple. Put the red on that one. And the yellow on this one. Going to go on there? I don't know, he's not. Let's just trim that slightly so we haven't got quite so much melted plastic. That's it. Right, the only reason that we're putting these through is to restrain them. So we put the red through. So that now is being restrained by these colours going over the top, and we'll put the yellow through. Even though it might seem as though we got, what's happened there? That's, oh, I see. Yep. Right. And we'll put the yellow through, so that is now being restrained. So all intents and purposes, we can take out those two pins now. Right, turn our attention to the black and the green. They're being restrained here. Let the pins go and it's going to fall to bits, so we've got to restrain them. Just hold them in a holding place like so for the moment. And the fids now have to go on to the black and green. Right. So black and green under all those colours. Like so. Now we can actually take these two pins out. Right, we're getting somewhere now. So we'll take those fids off for a second. Just have a look where we are at the moment. We've got to end up with all the ends of cords restrained. So red and yellow has been restrained there. These are restrained because those are the colours, so we can actually take those two pins out of there. So these two ends of the red and yellows and these two reds are restrained by the top colours. The green and the black, we can now let that first pin go that we had. See a pin hiding in there. Take that pin out. So the green and the black are being retained by these colours here. Now you might think, there's too many colours here. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, it won't end up like that. Just make sure we got the other colour restrained. Yep, pink and purple restrained by the black and green. Still got two pins in there, so they can come out for the moment. We're going to need the pins again in a second. Right, so there we have a monkey's fist out of 6 pieces of cord with all the ends restrained. So then we take a leap of faith, take the top off. Take it off. Right, so where do we start with this? I think we'll start with the, well, it doesn't really matter, but we'll start with the red and the yellow because they're quite vivid and you'll be able to see what's going on. Right, so we just smarten it up a tad. Looking good. Right. As I say, we're going to need some more pins in a minute. Now what I want to do is I want to pull these two down halfway underneath these purple and pink. So if we just bring that down to that middle pink, make sure we retain it. In fact, I'll put a pin in through the purple and shove that down into the ball. Bring the yellow one down as well. Got two pins stuck together there, magnetized. And we will retain the yellow. There's no reason why I can't go through the pink on that one. And push those home. Now we can tug on them. So we're just slowly but surely, it's the same as any monkey's fist, we're just placing the cords in position in the first instant. Just chase those two around. Now you think, two pins in the way, but they're not. They're actually next to the two that we want to tighten. As we tighten this, you'll see that, well, place them, as I called it, you'll see that it will start to take shape. That red, pull that down through, pull that yellow down through there, chase it round, and I think it's these two. No. These two and that one. Bring those round. Like so. See, it's starting to look a bit smarter. And then the red, yellow, and the red. Stay where you're supposed to be. And the yellow. So we're not too bad there at all. Now, done that colour, let's go to the green and the black. So what we're going to do is the same again. Bring the black and the green halfway. Restrain the black. Bring the green halfway underneath the red and yellow. Nearly came a bit too far then. And restrain the green with a pin. Right. We do want to try and keep some sort of neatness. See, those two are trying to disappear. Can't be having that. So I think what we'll do is we'll just restrain those two for a minute until we come to the pink and purple. Right, back to the green and black. We've restrained them here with a couple of pins. That purple goes there, I believe. Don't usually have this much hassle. Yeah, that looks a bit neater. just don't want to restrain them all messed up. Right, so carrying on with the black and the green. Just make sure that those last colours are in position. Black and green, concentrate, Michael. So that black's going to come round there, that green's going to come round there. Twist it round. Black down there. Green. Did wonder if it's possible to do a whole monkey's fist like this. I mean, I do make a lot of monkey's fists, but if I was to do this all in one colour, would it suffice? Would it please me enough? I don't think so. Because the downfall with this is a bit delicate afterwards, unless you want to use a tad of super glue. Right, so that's the second colour, looking fairly good. Now we go to the last colour, which is the purple and pink. So let's work this way. I know that these are longer, but that gets a bit messy over there. So let's do a purple halfway under the black and green. Use a pin. Pink halfway. Restrain that one. Now we've got two pins restraining here, and they're actually restraining another colour. I think. Can't really see what they're doing. Well, we'll take them out. Because they don't need to be there. And then we'll slowly but surely work down this purple with the pink next to it. Still more restraints there, so we need to take that one out because he's going through one of my colours. So we'll take the purple down. Ah, no. Go back in there. These are the two colours that I really need. I don't need those two pins. We're restraining. To a damage limitation here. Those are the two pins I just put in. Make sure they don't go anywhere. I think it was that one. Right, so these are the ones we want to be pulling on, not those two, these two. I said it's a bit delicate and things will fall out until you've got it tightened up properly. Right, we're back on track. So we got those looking good. That is quite a common mistake when we're doing these because we're doing doubles. They slant across the ball rather than go straight round as if it were, if it had been one chord, it would have gone straight round, but with these they tend to slant across the ball. I'll see if I can show you shortly. Right, so they come through there. We've got 6 there. We now have 6 there. Right, starting to get somewhere now. Can you see? I do want to tighten them again. Obviously got a few pins in them. We can take them out now. Two. And I think we can take those out. I think when I made this last time, I went round and restrained the tail ends underneath so that I could tighten them. So as you can see, if we go to that green and black, it's coming out from here. So I know that on the other side here, halfway down, are the 2 beginnings. So if I want to tighten those green and blacks up again, which I do, if I restrain there through the green and there through the black, I can now have another bite at these 2, the black and green. So we'll just try and get a bit of slack through now. See, I'm managing to get a little bit. You won't get a lot on these because it's the nature of how it's made, but you can make them look a little bit better. So as I say, as we tighten up each colour, it's a good idea to restrict the tail ends, which are obviously underneath a colour. Bring that green down as well at the same time. I am managing to get a little bit of purchase on these colours. Obviously not as much if I was doing it in a single strand. Shape up as we go. Don't know if it's in your mind at the moment, but I suspect it might be. Is how does he finish this off? How does he finish all those colours off? He's managed to get rid of half the ends by tucking them underneath. But what about all these? Now, what comes to my mind is if he was going to make something else. I mean, it's obvious what I want them for and don't need any ends. But if you're going to make some ends, you'd have actually, prior to this, thought, I need a pink and a black of another 3 feet long, and then you could make your a keychain or whatever. So we've just tightened those black and green up, and they do look smarter than the rest, don't they? So we'll give them a bit of a tug there and go on to another colour. Now, having in mind we're restraining the black and green through the yellow, I think what we'll do is we'll tighten the purples and pinks up next. So again, this is where they come out, so I know that the beginning is just here of these colours here. So we'll restrain those, the pink and purple, with a pin. And no, I haven't given you an answer yet on how I'm going to get rid of all these, but you'll have to wait to the end to see that. So anyway, getting back on with the project. So we've restrained these 2 here. We want to make sure that all of our colours are in line. So we're going to see if we can get a little bit of purchase on these two first colours. Yeah, we've managed a little bit. This is where I think, how do I get past these pins? But they are the holders. This is where I went wrong just a minute ago. So we're starting to get a little bit more slack through the pink and the purple now. Finish off putting through those. Right, one more colour to go, which is the yellow and red. So yellow and red come out here. So we know that these two are the ones that are halfway done here. So let's put a couple of pins in those. Down through the red. Down through the yellow on that on the top of that purple there, yeah. So that's restraining the other ends of these two yellow and reds. So we can hopefully take up a bit of slack. That's the restrained one. I think you can actually, it might be worth stopping there a little bit. Can you see that the colours slant down? And they do that right the way around. Not so obvious on the ones I've tightened up, but you can see that they slide downwards rather than going straight across the ball. But that's the way of the tie. Right, we've got two restraining for another colour here, so they'll have to come out. Bring the red through, bring the yellow through. Can you see it's like a twirly ice cream thing? They all do that, but I like to straighten them up a little bit afterwards. I'm sure I could titivate them around a little bit more if I wanted to, so that they looked fantastic. I think you would agree that at the moment that's looking spot on. So how do we get rid of all of these? I don't want to spend hours melting. So there is a little trick. It's a bit of a cheat really. But, as I say, we can cut these and leave them, or you can cut them and put a tad of super glue here and there, because it will fall to bits otherwise. I use a touch of super glue on my models. So what we're going to do, we can see that that black and green there comes out of here. What did I say about having a really sharp pair of scissors? So if we go down through the centre there of the yellow and green and ascertain where that black and green is, looks like they need to be a bit sharper than this. No, it's the purchase that's the problem. It's not the scissors. So, well, nearly. Let's try and get that black one. Yeah, there we go. We don't melt them. We just hide them. This is why I said a touch of super glue here and there doesn't go amiss. So that's in that one. Comes out there. A couple of pins in there still. We'll have them out. So purple and pink there. We go halfway through here. That was a bit better. As I say, could have tightened it a bit more if you wanted to. I would be happy with that, with a touch of super glue here and there. You get a better surface. I mean, if you look at it square there, all the colours come nicely together. Probably I'd use that as a face. Turn it round. Not too bad, but just up here, doesn't quite cover it. Perhaps I needed, on an 1.5-inch ball, 7 up there, but then it would do it away with the doubles. Could have put a purple around there, I suppose. Let's take those 2 pins out while I've noticed them. Right, just one more to cut. As I say, red and yellow going through there. Come halfway across the ball. About there. Pick up that red and yellow. Just with, I mean, the scissors can go into the ball slightly. There you go. Hide the damage up. Now just remember that super glue and polystyrene do not mix. If you put super glue on polystyrene, it will melt it. So once you've actually got your ball, which I think's turned out splendid, you can just touch a bit of super glue cord to cord here and there, maybe on the corners or something like that. But I hope you've enjoyed this. I mean, giving my secrets away, eh? But I like people to know things like I like to know things. So with that said and done, I'll leave you with the best shot of that one. I don't know how long this video's taken, I'm not really worried, but I've got my point over that you can make a multicoloured monkey's fist. See you again soon. I'll probably make this into a head of one of my monkeys, and I might do a video of the monkey. So with all that said, I'll see you later. Bye bye.